Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. I want to show you a little tip I got from a buddy of mine for sharpening chainsaw chains, blades, whatever you want to call them, using one of these. Round file, okay, rat tail. He told me, and he owns his own business, and he does heavy equipment construction, clearing property, and they use a lot of heavy equipment, chainsaws, cutting up trees, burning them, clearing property for homes and mobile homes and all that stuff. And I had been talking to him, and he says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm out here about to, say something nasty. I'm out here trying to figure out how to get this thing to where it works well." And don't get me wrong, I know how to sharpen chainsaw chains. I thought I did. Now, I watched BC Blades back when he was alive. His YouTube videos are still up on sharpening chainsaw chains. And I even talked to him on the phone. He and I were good friends. And he said, "Well, you got to do it this way, this way, this way. Or you can buy one of the machines and do it and put it in a jig, and all that." Well, that does work. But I just wanted to sharpen them to where they cut good. And he said, "You got to watch the chips, how, you do all this." And I was talking to him, a buddy of mine, Robbie, like I was saying. He owns his own business, has lots of different types of heavy equipment, runs crews. And he laughed and he said, "I'm not real good at it." He said, "But this is what I have all of my guys do." He said, "We don't use the machines or anything like that, and we all sharpen them ourselves." He said, "Are you right-handed or left-handed?" And I said, "Well, I'm right-handed." He says, "Okay. So you do 3 swipes with, say we're doing that one." He said, "You do 3, and I've already done this, so this one's finished. 3 swipes, 1, 2, 3. And he says, you have the right angle, and you follow the way the blade is figured. Follow the angle, you do the correct angle." And I said, "Yep, yep." He said, "Okay. On the opposite side, when you're having to use your left hand, without having to flip it over," he says, "you're right hand dominant, and you don't put as much pressure on the side when you're using your left hand." He said, "Try doing, if you're doing 3 swipes with your right hand, do 5 swipes with your left hand, because you don't put as much pressure on it, and you usually don't do the correct angle with the left hand." And I thought, that sounds like crap. But he's a good friend of mine, and he actually did all the heavy equipment work, clearing the property over here for us. So, he knows his stuff. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to try it. And it actually works, because whereas I was able to sharpen one and it run for, I don't know, decent for 15-20 minutes, whether it's hardwood, softwoods, whatever, as long as you didn't pop it in the dirt or have like dirty wood, it would do okay. If you do it this way, and this is without having to sharpen down your the guides on the top of it, this actually works. So on the right side, when you're using your right hand, or if you're left-handed, whenever you're using your left hand, you do 3. On your non-dominant side, you do 5 or 6. Do 6. And it works pretty good. So I tested it out, and I thought, and then I thought, well, okay, big chips, coming out. It's not cutting too much, not cutting too little. It's actually working. And this was on pine wood. It was still on the tree, but it dropped it, I don't know, in seconds, back to when the blade was nearly new. Now, Having said all that, if you've run the blade hot, or it's covered up with sap or rosin, whatever you want to call it, if you've changed the temper of it by running it hot or without oil, you know, that does affect it considerably. So you may have just jacked it up anyway. Try that and see. Doesn't hurt anything. You know, just sit down, watch a stupid video while you're doing this, pay attention, and let me know how it works out. Most of you will never have to do this, but anyway, that's just my thought. Take care of your people, guys. See ya.